any idea about why some people get 2 times deep sleep when taking a cold shower before bed? Yeah, our ancestors basically used to sleep in a much colder environment. So we're designed to basically. It also, remember, your body needs to basically. You're shutting down metabolism. I'll give you an example. When I did like a long 3.5 day dry fast, my throat, even though I was having room temperature water, seemed like it was cold as, because all these things, the whole body sort of digestion shut down, all these sort of things shut down, and these are less energetic. When you actually, you're really just shutting down a lot of stuff to actually fall as you fall asleep. And so that coolness allows the body to regulate to these lower temperatures, which sort of shuts down a lot of cellular activity, because you don't need it. You're not actually out walking around or doing a lot of physical work or a lot of, you're in a state of repair. And so cooling down the body allows these things, the physiology, to shift into this sort of sleep state, and it allows you to also better repair, and you get better sleep as a consequence. So we're designed to basically sleep in a cooler state. We've been doing it from thousands and thousands of years. So our bodies are designed to function in that way. So it's you're basically, even your general thermic state actually comes slightly down within your body. So you cool down. So if you're actually basically forcing it up by using a whole lot of blankets and stuff like that, it makes it harder to sleep. So yeah. So when people, it helps them, so as other people will just sleep in a cooler environment, like a cooler room. I actually have in even my bedroom where I sleep, I have the window, even in winter, slightly open. I know people go, in Tasmania, are you crazy? I sleep like a baby. You actually sleep much better in a cooler room than in a hot room. Anybody knows that. I've struggled to sleep if I don't have good air conditioning in the tropics. So whenever I'm over there, so yeah. One way is having a cold shower, and I've done that in the tropics where the air conditioning wasn't working really well, and the only way I could actually get to sleep is have a cold shower and then go to sleep. So I just towed myself off lightly. I still had a bit of cold, there was a bit of cold moisture on my skin, and it really allowed me to sleep much easier. So yeah, so we're definitely designed to adjust to those night type states, which is quite interesting. I mean, if you ask people exactly why it is like that, the nitty gritty, we don't know. See, we don't have as I say to people, we don't have a Star Trek sort of device. I put you in, and I can actually analyze every gene, everything that actually the way it works and all that. We don't have that level of knowledge, Fleming. But what we know is anecdotally and from research generally that when you cool the body, you're able to sleep much easier and better and deeper. So there's good research. We've done it. We've done the research. Exactly why? Now, obviously, there's the sort of idea behind it is that you need to sort of bring down all that cellular activity to basically so you have to cool down the body to bring down that cellular activity in order then for the body not only to sleep but also to as a reparative, at night, there's a reparative sort of state that actually happens as well. Your melatonin increases. That melatonin also means that it also has an antioxidant effect. It will repair the mitochondria, which means that you will improve your mitochondrial function, your energy function, and your reparative function. So there is a relationship between that. So obviously, why exactly our bodies do that, we don't know. It's like, what does a bear hibernate? We know it hibernates. We know it does certain biological processes happen. They've actually gone into dens and actually prodded to see what's happening inside the. But exactly why, how did it evolve with those characteristics? We know how it happens, but not why it happens. That I can't explain because we don't have any research, but we know it does happen. So, and we know people get better sleep when they're in a cooler state. So that's why a cold shower works, because it cools you down and allows you to be in a cooler state, sort of a more rapid artificial way you're doing it. Or you can have an air conditioning unit that's actually running at a slightly, to cool down the room, or, whatever else, or sleep naked, whatever, will lower your body temperature to allow you to sleep better. It's interesting. I would really know why. I would really love to know why, not just how it happens and why it happens, as they've done these clinical research where they've put people in these rooms, sealed rooms, and they've monitored them as they sleep to see, sleep scientists that do this sort of stuff. But exactly why these things happen, it's like, why do bears hibernate, and specifically at a certain temperature and all that. We know it, whatever their temperature is. I don't know exactly, but why is it? We don't have that part. Maybe in the distant future, we'll be able to unravel the intricacies of why, we still have a very reductionist way of viewing the body. There could be a whole lot of reasons why it's happening. My speculation is sort of cooling down to lower some of the cellular activity to provide more reparative capacity, and also the mitochondrial repair through melatonin. And so if you've got a lot of cellular activity, you're generating ROS, more reactive oxygen speed, more damage. So you want to lower that temperature. You want to lower reactivity in the body so you can allow it to sort of repair better. And so that lower temperature sort of facilitates that. That's how some people view it, how I view it. But is it exactly like that? Don't know. Does the lower temperature affect, at a quantum level or subatomic level, particles, the way they move? Because at different levels, we're having different relationships and all that. So I think we still just have touched the surface on the whole question. But it's interesting. I'm always looking and trying to find out below that level. So at this stage, I sort of view it as a reparative method of lowering ROS in the system so you can actually repair better. But I would like to know what is happening at the subatomic level and whether that has a bearing on it as well. So that would be interesting, but that's for biophysicists to do that research and sort of let us know exactly what is happening in the sleep state. I haven't seen any research. If anybody's seen any research from a biophysicist who has actually looked at subatomic behavior within somebody, so quantum biology we're talking about now, subatomic behavior in a sleep state, it would really bloody interest me. So if anybody does come across anything like that, do please email it to me. I would love to check it out. I mean,